Alrighty, welcome to the next game between AliFoRiA playing the purple Protoss against EpicTroll playing the white Terran. Okay, another PvT. I like PvT only if I am P. easily summed up. If you are Terran against a Protoss, you'll always have a hard time. I really hate TVP when I am T. It's so hard to play against that. But anyway, we will see now how EpicTroll is doing and what's up in his sleeves or what's in his store. We will see. Well, both guys starting with normal, nothing too crazy. Just Rex and pylon right here. He will most probably go for the gates right here, and then after that, well, this matchup has lots of possibilities. Terra might surprise the Protoss player with the drop, for example, or can go for fast vultures, but we won't see that. EpicTroll is starting off with 2 Rex, so he's not really heading towards fast mech. But AliFoRiA is starting off with an extra Nexus. He will most probably go for the macro game, long macro game, because he's also starting pylon right here, going for the choke to defend against any crazy rushes. But he will be alright because EpicTroll is scouting the wrong direction, so he has sent the SCV down here, and this will just take some time for him to find his opponent. And he's also just going for some Marines, which die instantly to, or who die instantly to cannons. So he'll be safe. He has opened with the gas. Most probably will go for well, accelerated drop. This is a new term coined by ArChViLe, like accelerated drop. For me, this means that the Protoss player is not starting off with a drop directly, so he's not going for the 5 minute mark drop, but goes for a relatively fast drop. Like okay, so he's making units and gets some zealots, but he will also will start with the robo anytime soon. Okay, EpicTroll is continuing this scout and makes another extra command center. If the Terran player is not attacked immediately by the Protoss, then they tend to go for extra command center, as Terran player badly needs eco, so he needs SCVs for the gas. In the beginning, the Terran play doesn't require many resources, but once Terran goes for the mech, then gas is badly needed. Right, so he's building an engineering bay right here. He'll use this to scout and fly it over here to be able to shoot the gates from a further distance, because tanks can shoot further than they can see. So we'll use this engineering bay to scout and give extra vision on the map. So EpicTroll went for 2 extra CCs and goes for fast mech and gets a quick factory. That's quite quick. And AliFoRiA is just going on with this drop. Wait, I might need to change the term to a quick drop, because this is relatively quick. I mean, it's okay. It's not in the 5 minute mark. A very fast Protoss player who goes directly for a drop can actually make the drop okay, if the enemy is close to you, can make the drop at about a 5.20 minute mark. But the enemy has to be close to you. So, yep, he's just researching Storm and we'll go for the drop afterwards. Okay, I think we can call it an accelerated drop. if I already yeah, found out or yeah, coined this new term. Alright, joking apart, EpicTroll is just getting some defense. He saw the quick robo, so he's yeah, expecting this drop, and that's why he's making some turrets as a defense. To be honest, this first drop really has to be successful. Yeah, because if AliFoRiA doesn't really manage to do economic damage, what did I say? Okay, whatever. So if AliFoRiA doesn't really manage to do damage, okay, I think I have just mixed the manage and damage, or maybe not. I am entirely not sure what I said. Okay, so if he doesn't do damage, and I said it well this time, then he will be in a hard spot. Because then the Terran player will have some time to get bigger and bigger, get up factories, get up wrecks, and go for the mass mech army, which is a deadly against. It's a deadly army against the Protoss ground army. Okay, he's massing up Templars. He's really focusing on the drop, which is happening right now. Okay, I was a bit late with that. I think EpicTroll managed to, based on his supply, he managed to dodge that, and yep, I think he was safe for this drop anyway and didn't lose many. So AliFoRiA really has to focus right now to do some more damage, and as I mentioned, EpicTroll is going for the drop, which can be a surprise for the Protoss player. When you are playing against a Terran, you usually don't suspect drop. Terrans don't really go for drop. But Eli has some cannons right here, more and more being built. So this drop won't do much damage, because even if he drops the tanks right here, the cannons will be able to shoot them quickly. So he's coming in with the dropship, and he has unloaded the tanks where I suspected, and AliFoRiA is just moving the probes quickly and dodges this drop. So these tanks didn't really do any damage. So Eli is just alright with this drop, and he goes for the counter drop. Counter attack, counter drop. This is a new term again. Wow, I'm just inventing new terms in this game. So he's going on with the anti-drop, counter drop, sorry. And right, so he has unloaded this temp in quite an unusual place. It was far away. He has unloaded another Templar, but it couldn't really do as much damage as Eli wanted to. So the first Templar was dropped far away, and the Marines could easily kill it, and the other Templar could cast a storm, but it was not successful. Alright, meanwhile this is happening, Eli's going for the Corsairs to support the shuttles, and I think he will just send the shuttle and Corsairs right here to fly directly. This section is not so suspicious, and Terran can be surprised easily by that. Okay. Yep, he is going upside, going there at the upper part, but he has a barracks right here. He might be able to see it. Yeah. Okay, so EpicTroll saw this. Wow. Okay. Yeah, he's sending that immediately up. So as I suspected, AliFoRiA was trying to go here, making use of the Corsair, but okay, okay. I must say this was a nice, still was a nice move, because even though EpicTroll had Marines here, they weren't really attacking, so the damage was split among the shuttles. Each shuttle took some damage, and the Marines weren't able to kill anything from the shuttles, so they managed to enter and do the drop. But EpicTroll did a nice job by dodging, so he lost, well, a few SCVs, not so much, or not so many, but still, yeah, still AliFoRiA had to do something. Okay, he's just gathering up again with the Corsair and the shuttles. This time I think he will just dodge this barracks. Okay, scout has been performed, and he sees the arbiter tribunal, and he might suspect arbiters anytime soon, which is a nice accessory, so to say, in a TVP. I mean PvT. Sorry. Yeah, status field is nice. Recall is awesome. If the recall goes well and you manage to get mass reavers here, then of course you can also kill the main with the reavers. And AliFoRiA is preparing for a long game. He's just starting to build pylons all around the place, and he is also adding some stargates. He will go for carriers and might supplement the ground army with some carriers, which is a nice thing, right? AliFoRiA, that's a nice thing, man. You just know it because you know how to fight it. So yeah, AliFoRiA is the first person who really managed to find the key to fight my PvT strategy, carriers and ground units combined together. So he managed to find a way, building ghosts and go for the lockdowns. So he knows that this strategy is a nice one, and now he goes for carriers. I hope he will supplement them with the ground units as well. Alright, arbiters are ready, and he'll go for the recall, I suspect. He's trying or attempting with. Okay, that was that was sick. He just. Okay, never mind. So I thought he will just skip that scan, but later on, EpicTroll managed to do another scan and saw these mass shuttles and Corsairs, but he'll go from the other direction, and EpicTroll is not really suspecting anything. He has only 3 turrets and some marines here, so this drop can work out. Well, we'll see. Right. So EpicTroll covered his main with another CC. He has flown some, so there's a CC on this, which is a nice defense against reavers. So the drop is coming inside from the surprise position, and even though he has tanks here, the marines can, the reavers can do some damage, because once dropped on the top of the tanks, they can easily kill them. So okay, yeah, yeah, alright, I forgot to say this, sorry. So if the enemy player scouts your main before you move another CC on that, then he can attack that, because he just landed those reavers and clicked on the main, because previously, of course, he only saw the original main and he was clicking that. Of course, he hasn't discovered that, so that's why it's not working, because he just clicked on the original one, so to say. So this defense or cover only works if your enemy hasn't spotted your main yet, which of course is a hard thing. Okay, you can be lucky, like if you go for choke and go for the choke and then avoid any units coming inside your base early in the beginning of the game, it's fine. Or if you are not dropped, then of course it's working fine. I think this thing works the best against Zerg because well, yeah, Zergs don't always scout with Zerglings. They go with the Overlord, but these Overlords are usually killed before they can reach the main. And then after that, Zergs do not really go for the drops. So okay, that's a funny thing. Yeah, he's AliFoRiA is just sending mass probes and go for the stack attack, and he has killed this bunker. He's really freeing up some supply for the carriers. He had to make some space or in the supply. And he is also alright with eco, like he has 7k minerals, it's fine for him. Okay, so he's gathering these carriers, and I think he will also use some zealots, yep, and reavers, which is nice. So if this is not scouted in time, then EpicTroll will have a hard time. Okay, let's see where he scouted. Okay, he has seen, yep, alright, he has seen the carriers, and now he will have to switch to Wraiths and Goliaths and some Ghosts to be able to fight against this tactic. Okay, he's just coming outside, but he doesn't really know this mid-base cannon field, which will easily prevent Marines from coming outside, so he's losing all his units. But he has, I think he is just, alright, he is just using these units to get some supply here. He won't need vultures, he won't need marines, he's making space and supply for the Goliaths and most probably Wraiths. So, okay, he's just coming outside with the tanks, but the zealots are on top of everything and taking good care of the tanks, sending them back home. So, alright, AliFoRiA is alright for this time, and he has managed to... It seems he's going for mass carriers, and he won't really make any other units. He's devoting to mass carriers only. Of course he has some zealots here, but not that many. More and more marines are killed, just to make some more space in the supply. Okay, so the cannons will be alright. They serve as a protection against any units coming outside, because AliFoRiA has all his supplies in carriers. He doesn't have any other units, and that's why he has to be safe for the attack or the counter-attack by EpicTroll. Okay, he's just slowly approaching with the carriers, and the EpicTroll is just using these tanks. He wouldn't be able to use them against the carriers, of course, so that's why he leaves them there and uses them to clear the way. And he has all his units, Valkyries and Goliaths, which is nice combo. Okay, so once he sees that there are mass Goliaths, he really has to retreat and fight another way. He'll just come down and massacre these tanks, which is nice for him. He doesn't want his cannons to be shot by the tanks, so he's clearing them right now. Alright, so mass Goliaths are on the way, which, well, not the best option against. Alright, they might be good against carriers only, but Goliaths against carriers supported by ground units are useless. Okay, so he's just trying to come with the carriers, he has lots of them, and Slowly he's just clearing turrets, clearing supply depots, so he's just harassing the Terran player here and there, and EpicTroll is just sending the SCVs to die. He is rich, so he can do that and get some more units instead. Okay, I think he will just use the carriers to break the choke, and once he has cleared the choke, he will just come with ground units. So I think when he loses the carriers, he will refill the supply with the ground units, and will use those units to come inside and do some damage here, because the choke will be clear. Right, so many interceptors are there and attacking the entrance of EpicTroll, who is sending down these Goliaths and tries to protect for that. Okay, he's retreating. Yeah, he's just doing this, like, he goes up, he goes down, he goes up, he goes down, kills anything he can here, and then comes down and do some harassment here. This can really drive the Terran player crazy, because he has continuously, like, move up, move down, move up, move down, and it's a very hard thing to do. It can just make you tired, and the Protoss player might make use of this. I think he might go for the main soon. He'll do some damage right here, but yeah, he's skipping that and goes moving forward and forward. He might go for the main, but it's covered, so... But as I mentioned... Okay, so, yeah. As I mentioned, the cover is not functioning anymore, because... Alright, so EpicTroll lost his main due to the fact that... what I mentioned in the somewhere around the beginning of the game. Okay, so the main is lost, and right now AliFoRiA, all he has to do is yeah, just come here, do some damage, and then after that wait until the resources of EpicTroll just drains. Well, without a main, your resources can quickly vaporize, especially if you don't have space for an extra CC right here for the gas. Then of course the gas will seize immediately. Okay, EpicTroll is just trying to come outside and clear this way. He might go for an all-in with his units, and he might not care for the carriers and use all his units to go for the counter-attack, but this is not the case. He really has to... I mean, he really wants to get rid of these carriers inside his base. He has just started another command center, which will be destroyed immediately. Well, yeah, this is a situation you don't want to be in as a Terran player, because once carriers are settled in the corner, they are really difficult to approach, get close to them, and you also cannot really build another extra CC, because carriers can easily kill that. So EpicTroll is coming outside with the tanks. He still has some Goliaths inside and who are fighting the carriers, but I think he will soon focus on going outside and attack the cannons. But Lee is just doing a great job. As I mentioned, he's refilling his army with ground units, and he will use them to come inside and kill turrets and kill Goliaths. Alright, so he has lost the carriers, but right now he can focus on getting ground units, which he does right now. And he just knows this. He's fine with this situation. He's aware of the fact that he just has to get units and wait until EpicTroll runs out of money and gas. More importantly. Okay, CCs are up, and he can just start mining again from the gas and from the minerals, but as I mentioned, well, as regards economy, this kind of thing that you have to mine from this gas far away from your main is not a good thing economy-wise. And the drop is coming now. Two shuttles are coming inside, most probably will be a Templar drop, which is, and he just managed to kill. Okay, that was a nice shot. Oh my goodness, he managed to kill all those SCVs. Lots of SCVs were lost. But meanwhile this is happening, he's just coming outside with tanks and Goliaths, but the Zealots are on top of the tanks and going for the attack. Okay. So EpicTroll managed to survive this. And more goons and ground units are joining the fray in the battlefield. Okay, he has sent all his SCVs from the gas to the minerals. The problem is that Ellie doesn't have many gates at home. Of course he has gates here, which was Ken, but these are far away, so it just takes some time to get outside from here. He's really focusing now, but I suspect that soon he will add more gateways right here. Okay, so Troll got confirmation that no more carriers are added at the moment. And right now the maxed out army is coming from the Protoss player, and this might be the last attack. This might be enough. Okay, that was a nice shot. I just wanted to say that if the status field goes well, then it will be hard for the Terran player to protect. But he didn't go for the status, but for the recall, which was also nice. He recalled some reavers right here in the entrance, and these reavers are doing a great job. And yep, this is the final blow. AliFoRiA will be able to go for the bust and win this game with this attack. Unless, well, yeah, okay, so EpicTroll will have some tanks here, and they will be able to stop these goons, but more and more reinforcements are coming. Okay, that was close. EpicTroll managed to survive, and he's still in the game. He might come back, but the problem is that he will soon run out of gas. As you can see, yeah, he's not really mining from any gas. He's not really mining any gas, and of course the Terramech army is heavily relying on gas. So if he doesn't get another command center right here, then it will be a hard time for him to get enough gas. Alright, more and more units are gathering up right here, and he's using these raids to kill and hunt those arbiters. Alright, yeah, once the energy ceases, then those paper airplanes just die instantly. Okay, he's just laying down mines, which is nice. It's very useful against the ground Toss army. Mines can instantly kill zealots. This is also a nice trade, so to say, or yeah, because he's building vultures, and which only costs minerals, of course. And while he's low on gas, he's just building vultures and uses these mines to kill as many units as possible. And okay, so another set of units are pouring inside and going for the bust. Lots of tanks are in the background, so once these zealots are cleared, then these tanks can easily shoot down the goons. So EpicTroll has to yeah, stay here with the tanks and wait until the goons are dying slowly and slowly. But the problem is that he has many goons. He has most of his supplies in goons only, and they are doing a great job now. He's not really focusing on the tanks, he's just staying outside here. And right now the Arbiter is just joining these goons, but the vessel of course is in place, and Arbiter is not really doing anything right here. Any useful thing, I know, I mean. Okay, okay, to be honest, EpicTroll is doing a nice job surviving, even though he's lost his main. But as I mentioned, he will soon run out of resources, which will mean the end of the game. So AliFoRiA is not really... I can tell you that he's not really focusing here. He's just slowly and slowly making units. He's not playing 100%, and he's just waiting for the turn player to give up, because he just knows this. He knows that he doesn't have a main. Without a main, you don't have enough resources, you cannot produce units, and slowly you will give up. So this is the moment he's waiting for. We just take 2 plays right now. GG.